Okay, there you go. So, Carol here. Alright. Now, you might have thought I forgot you again today, but I didn't. I just went very early to the infusion labs this morning. Been a long day. But here I am. It's like it's just before 5 o'clock on Monday. So, I hope y'all had a really wonderful holiday. We have another holiday coming up. Of course, it's different. It's New Year's. And we just had Christmas. Love to hear about your Christmas. Tell me all about it. But here we are. I'm still reading from this book, Changeless Change, Carol Davis, because I just want to make you smile. Please smile and spread the smiles. Spread the smiles. I just looked up and my TV's on, but the sound's off, and it was Jennifer Aniston, and just as I looked up, it was full screen Jennifer, and she winked. Whoa! Anyway, so she was smiling. She's spreading the smiles. Yeah, we're getting people out there. So we covered nature. We started in nature, and this chapter I'm going to read to you is called Planting Seeds. The thing is it's what happens in our minds is exactly what happens when we put seeds in the ground. We plant tomato seeds, and we cover them up, we water them, and we trust that nature, the spirits, the whatever runs the universe, guess what we trust? That if we plant and feed and water tomato seeds, guess what we know? We will get tomatoes. Say it. But we have to water them and feed them. We have to take care of them. So we can't just throw them down, although that happens sometimes, but they get water somehow. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're planting seeds. Okay, but here's the thing I want to tell you. Planting seeds in the ground and knowing that seed, like the tomato seed, already knows that it's going to be a tomato. See, you can put a tomato seed under the microscope and you can't see it thinking because it doesn't think. It just knows. There's a knowing that it's going to be a tomato. Well, that's what happens with thoughts. We plant an idea in our brain, and we don't have to know how it's going to happen. We don't know how it will grow up and flower, but it knows. The idea knows. So you get an idea and you planted it into this fertile ground, this fertile soil of your mind, and it'll become. You think about it, you bring about it. That's where that saying comes from because it's the same. Okay. So I said all that, but now I'm kind of going to repeat it in the chapter, planting seeds. I don't know why I said all that when I knew I was going to read it. But maybe you'll get it better. I don't know. For some people, it's a really, really hard concept. But I think once you get it, you really get it. You see, that's simple. You ready? Planting seeds or new ideas. Planting seeds or new ideas. I planted my first flower garden from seeds. Yep, 2008. That's when I bought my new house all by myself. Brand new. Wow, what a project that was. Every day I went to my garden and stared at it, wondering how long it would be before a flower popped up. I watered my seeds and I fed them and I waited. After a few weeks, still nothing. Nothing. I wanted to dig up the dirt to see if something was happening under the surface, but I continued to wait, and one day when I was not looking, flowers started to break through the soil. So I was so happy, and at that very moment, I knew I had learned to trust the process of an intelligence greater than me that expresses itself in me and in you, those little seeds. How could each seed know what it should grow up to be if that were not the case? Seriously. When we plant ideas into the universe, it often takes time for our thoughts to bloom or to manifest our visions. That does not mean nothing's happening. It's just like the seed we planted in the dirt. Sometimes when we plant seeds, it looks like dirt for a long time. No worries, the dirt is also part of the circle. Once my seeds grew into beautiful, recognizable flowers, the weeds somehow, without my permission, also appeared. Another lesson about pulling weeds. Pull the weeds while they are still small. Tending to our gardens includes pulling up the weeds at the root while they are still small enough to handle. And the gardens of our soul and our subconscious mind is the same. Initially, pulling new weeds is actually more about trying to look good on the surface. But if we just mow down the weeds when we mow the lawn, what happens? Underneath the soil, underneath the surface, the weeds are spreading like fire. They're spreading like weeds. They are spreading and getting thicker and stronger. Wow, all too soon there is a serious problem and tons more work to do because the weeds have overgrown the lawn. No more faking it now. No more looking good on the surface. The jig is up. That means we have to just, guess what? Dig them up. Dig, 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 dig. Get the roots up. Get the roots out. Where if we would have just pulled them out by the roots to start with, what do you think? It would have been so much easier. So that's the deal there. Pull the weeds. Pull the weeds while they're small. Yep, and that's all we're going to read today. Speaking of looking good on the surface, so that's for tomorrow. That'll be a good one, okay? Thank you for listening. Let me hear from you. Merry Christmas and almost Happy New Year. We have a few more sessions. So let me hear from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.